Hey there! I am going to do a review of Rogue in their Voodoo Doughnut Series. This is the Lemon Chiffon Cruller Ale, and it's an ale brewed with lemon and natural spices. I did a quick 2 seconds worth of researching to find out what the base type of beer was. It's not an American Pale Ale because the IBUs here are, oh, actually it might be, but the alcohol content is too high. So for a pale ale, it would be top out at 6.2, and this is 6.8. I think it's 6.8. Yeah, 6.8. So I'm not exactly sure what the base style beer is, and I didn't see it on the website. It just told me what kind of ingredients are in it. So the flavor comes from the adjunct flavor comes from lemon juice, lemon extract, vanilla beans, vanilla extract, and marshmallows. So that's kind of cool. I'm excited to try this. It also says on the ingredients list that they used free-range coastal water. So this water had room to roam. It wasn't captured and kept in small cages. I guess that's good to know. So this is one of a number of beers in the Voodoo Doughnut series. So there's maple bacon donut, which is really interesting. It's smoky. It's very smoky. There's chocolate raspberry donut or raspberry pretzel donut, and I've tried a lot of them, and they're more fun than they are anything. They definitely go into the specialty beer category or a vegetable beer, and should be judged kind of based on how the flavor comes across, if it's appealing, and then on the base beer category. So I'm just going to kind of walk through all of the basic examinations and share with you what I think about it. First off, aroma. Ooh, it's definitely lemony. That's kind of nice. It's very fresh. This might be a really nice summer beer. It has a nice malty sweetness to it, and then like a caramel sweetness to it, which might be more of a function of the marshmallow extract and vanilla extract. The color, which unfortunately you cannot see in this Hulk glass, Hulk is covering up my whole beer here, is a nice deep golden color. It looks like it's pretty well carbonated, and when I poured it, did pour with the head, but it dissipated pretty quickly. So let's get into flavor. Wow. I don't know what I expected. Wow. This is really complex. It's like normally a beer has like 3 phases and they go pretty quick, but this one is like all over the place and up and down and very exciting. Wow. Well, it is very well balanced. It's not overly sweet or overly hoppy. It definitely has lemon in it, and I can tell that that it has vanilla in it as well. But that flavor is pretty well balanced with the overall flavor of the beer. So I think probably it's a pretty malty base. I'm getting a lot of malt complexity out of this brew. And over the top of it is this really nice perfumey, florally, sweet lemon flavor. And I have to admit, and I'm not a big donut eater, but I haven't had a lemon chiffon cruller, so I don't know, I can't compare it exactly to the flavor of this beer. But this is actually pretty enjoyable, and I have specifically avoided flavored ales, not necessarily fruity ales like Pyramid's apricot ale. I like that, but like Red's apple ale, which is like I don't even know if it really has apple in it, because I don't want flavored beers. That really brings me back to the good old days when I used to drink flavored malt liquor, like St. Ides. not amazing. So I've been avoiding those things like the plague, but for some reason, if Rogue does it, I am much more inclined to drink it. And it really is just an interesting, enjoyable, like, oh, I'll have this beer. Whether or not I would order several pints in a particular sitting in one session, I don't know. But it's definitely a good beer. So mouthfeel wise, it's a medium body ale. Nice, crisp, clean carbonation going on. The flavor is just this really amazing roller coaster of multi complexity that gives way to like a just this intense floral lemon profile that's very unique. It's got marshmallow in it that kind of makes it complex and interesting, and then it kind of dries out with a nice crisp carbonation and a little bit of bitterness. I think that the hops here is, gosh, what does it say? Sterling hops, Pac-Man yeast, so the barley's or the malt uses 2-row Munich, Rogue Farms Dare and Risk malts, Pearl and Sterling hops. So it has just an incredible complexity. What I think is really interesting about how Rogue does it, that there are no chemicals, additives, or preservatives. So these are all natural ingredients, which is really nice. And so in the style of a nice brewery, they also tell us all this great information. So brewed in Oregon. Rogue, I think, was established in 1988. It's 20 IBUs, and then it even has data that I don't recognize. And I will share them, but I don't even know what they are. Anyway, an amazing beer. So if you like Rogue and you've like seen these pink bottles on the shelves and you're like, I don't know, it's worth giving a try. And I suggest that you split a bottle with a friend, so that way you guys can either commiserate over the misery of it, or enjoy it together and then have a story to tell, because they're definitely interesting and worth trying. So thank you very much, T, for buying this for me, because we saw it in the store and I was like, that's interesting, I might have to try that. And then it showed up at my house. So anyway, if you've tried the Lemon Chiffon Cruller Ale, let me know your thoughts. If you tried any other beers in the series, whatever this series is, Voodoo Doughnut Series, then also let me know that. If you don't know the story, Rogue is an Oregon brewery, and Voodoo Doughnuts is this really very Portland donut place that has donuts that have Captain Crunch on them and Tang, and they have one that a maple bacon maple bacon bar, I guess that's what it's called, I don't know. Anyway, they have the raspberry pretzel ale that they do is based on the Voodoo donut that they have. It's shaped like a man. It has raspberry filling and a pretzel stick in it, like a voodoo doll, which is just simply brilliant. And it's so very Portland. I think they have 2 Portland locations now, one downtown on Burnside and then one in southeast maybe? Southwest, possibly, I don't remember. And then down in... and I'm going to forget the name of the city at this point. I don't think that it's... oh, anyway, I don't remember where the other city is. But they do some great, fun stuff. And so this beer and the donuts that go with it are so very Oregon, so very Portland weird. It's worth trying if you haven't. So thank you so much for watching. Have a good night.